After you've seen all the logistics and all the tracking charts about Skylab, what you have left is a very hard fact. There's a very large spacecraft and is coming down to the atmosphere. Some of it may make it through. That's what worries people. We thought we'd take a look at some of the portions that just might make it all the way to the Earth. Sometimes it's hard to get a perspective on just how big Skylab is. Maybe this will give you some idea. It is the airlock chamber. And this is one of the sections that NASA thinks may come through the atmosphere, although not unscathed, but they still worry that enough of this might come down to be a hazard. But they say the chances of being struck by this are very, very unlikely. It's the airlock section, and it was here that astronauts came, right up above, docked with their command module of whatever program they happen to be on, Apollo. Then they would crawl through that section, back there, into the rest of Skylab. There are several other pieces of Skylab that are just heavy enough and dense enough that they might make it through the atmosphere. Some more of the airlock and a module adapter. It was used when Apollo and Soyuz linked up at Skylab. NASA thinks that some of these may make it through, but they do spend a lot of time saying that the chances are very unlikely that it's going to fall in a populated area. They're still hoping it'll fall in one of the oceans. And they say that even the fallout from that, even though it may be 4,000 miles long and several hundred miles wide, the pieces are going to be very small, and the chances of them doing any damage very, very unlikely. Photography was a big part of Skylab. This gentleman here, in fact, is changing the film magazines inside. It was such a big part of the mission that it's going to cause a little problem when it comes back, because there's a 2,000-pound safe up there that was used to store the film in. That's causing a bit of worry down here. Once again, NASA says really not to worry. But just to leave nothing to chance, they have crews of every imaginable type standing by. They don't expect anything to happen. They just want to be sure. At the Johnson Space Center, Fred Rhodes, News Center 11.